you're all doing really well. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so happy you're here. Today's pick a card reading is the hidden truth about this connection. I want to put out a trigger warning. My readings contain both light and shade. Not to cast shade, but we just look at the shadow aspects of your connection as well as the lighter aspects as well to get a full picture of what's going on. But let's jump right in. I've got 3 groups for you. Group number 1 is the rose quartz. Group number 2 is the amethyst. Group number 3 is the amazonite. So take as much time as you need to make your selection today. You're welcome to pause the video as always, meditate on the crystals. Just take the time you need, but listen to your intuition, that quiet inner voice that we all have to guide us. When you are ready, your timestamps are in the description box below this video, and I will see you in a moment. Hey everyone, welcome to your reading, to everyone who picked group number 1 and the amazing rose quartz crystal. Okay, let's jump in, find out what's going on between you and your person, the energy surrounding you, and the hidden truth in this connection. Let's find out what we have. We have abandoned. Okay, so I feel like someone may be MIA, they may have gone missing in action for this. I feel like there is, I'm hearing high and dry, so it may be that like you feel like you've been left high and dry, or vice versa. Remember, these energies can always resonate vice versa. So someone may have ghosted you or kind of abandoned this connection. So let's find out what else we get. We have healing. So this is like a very healing partnership for you, whatever is going on. There are definitely spiritual lessons here between you and your person. I feel like your person has a lot of healing to do in order to be in alignment. We have these kind of chakras on this card. So it's just like healing those chakras, getting it into alignment. So there's something here. I feel like there's some kind of energy of the dust settling as well after a period of quite intense emotions. So that card comes out a lot actually, so it's interesting to see that. We have the Buddha represented on that card as well, so that may be a sign for you in this connection or over the next few days, okay? Let's find out what else is going on. I'm so attracted to you. So there's a lot of desire here. Your person wants you to know this. They really desire you. They see you as a cut above the rest is what I'm hearing. They're very, very drawn to you. So I feel like there's a push-pull dynamic here where they want to come towards you, but also they pull back as well. So they want to come towards you because they crave you. They desire your energy, right? They're very attracted to you. They see you as very beautiful, very handsome. And yet there's something here where they also pull back. So what I'm hearing is a push-pull dynamic. We will be together again. So beautiful. If you guys are in separation, this is a strong message from Spirit that you will come back together to kind of work things through, to learn more from one another, to be in union with one another. So this feels like, if there is some sort of separation here, it feels like more of a break. It may be that your person's had to take some time out for themselves, or had to kind of like heal something within themselves, you know, some kind of wounding which has been triggered, or just like something in their own life if they're not in a very good space, you know, if they've been struggling with their mental health or struggling with the kind of pressures of life, and they've kind of needed this healing. Really represents kind of bringing things back into balance. So it feels like something in this connection was really out of balance. So, and if you are spending time apart, this is going to help to kind of regain the equilibrium here. So let's see what else we get for you. We have letting go. Someone maybe have walked away from this connection. I feel like maybe you've turned your back on them because they weren't showing up for you in the way that you would like, or just that they walked away from this, you know, echoing that energy of abandonment, right? That you feel like, or someone in this connection feels like they've been left high and dry. But like I was saying, I don't feel like this is the end of this. Unless you want it to be. Obviously you have your own free will, but it just feels like you're very much caught up in each other's energy still. You're very much still thinking about each other, on each other's minds. You know, this isn't someone who's indifferent. I feel like your person is someone who's hurting, right? Maybe to do with this connection, or to do with their other life circumstances or their own wounding. But what I'm sensing from Spirit is this is someone who's hurting, right? And again, I keep getting this message of a push-pull dynamic, okay? Nourish. Self-harmony, soul growth, comfort. This is a message for you, I feel, from Spirit to really kind of do your self-care practices. Don't underestimate how powerful that is for you. I've never drawn this card before, actually. Group number 1. So, you know, we can nourish ourselves in all ways. You know, we can nourish ourselves with our food, right? We can nourish ourselves through movement, right? We can nourish ourselves through the media that we consume, you know, like high vibrational music and things like this. So Spirit is really saying you need to kind of fill up your own cup, and you can't expect this person to do this for you, although that can feel like a really tempting option to do that. Spirit is saying fill up your own cup. I'm hearing that it will make you more magnetic. You know, what's resonating with you right now? What can you do? I feel like for some of you, maybe you feel like you've really been through it, or you've really been struggling, or that you've experienced a lot of intense emotions, and that a lot of that kind of emotional landscape that you are in has become normal for you, but it isn't normal, okay? I feel like some of you are very depleted right now. You need to fill up your own cup by nourishing yourself in all ways, all right? You got to take care of yourself. Okay, we can't expect anyone else to take care of us if we don't take care of ourselves, all right? You are the most important person in this, okay? You take care of number 1. That's what I want to say to you. All right, let's find out what's going on. We'll get some more messages for you. Yeah, there is a lot of love in this connection. I feel like maybe they're not talking to you, or it feels like it's stalled. Right? You may be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but there is a lot of love here. Right? This is genuine love. It feels like it's very sweet, but I feel like there's no movement in the 3D, like there's not a lot happening between you, right? That they're not kind of making their move, but they carry these feelings for you in their heart. There's going to be a change that's happening though. A big change is coming in regarding this. I feel like things are a little bit stagnant, or you've just not heard from them, like they've been silent, they've not been making a move, like nothing's been happening, right? But you can still sense them, okay? That's what I'm sensing. You can still sense them. You can still sense their energy all the time. And you're just like, I know that you're still into me. I know that this isn't over, or that you are into me, right? If this is something that hasn't really got off the ground yet, this is going to change though. Let's see how it's going to pan out for you. There's like this element of divine timing, of kind of destiny in this connection as well. So it could have been like a situation about kind of bad timing. I just feel like they're just carrying this torch for you the whole time. Like it doesn't matter what they're doing or how they're showing up, they're just carrying this torch for you the whole time. But like they haven't made their move, or they're not making any kind of move towards you. And I feel like they were, like they showed interest in you, or they were pursuing you, or they were into this, right? And now it's kind of this energy that they've retreated, is what I want to say. Okay, we've got 10-10 here, so that may be a sign for you in this connection as well, is what I'm seeing. It's just like they don't know what to say. This is what I'm seeing. They're just like, they want to talk to you, but they don't have the words, is what I'm hearing, that they don't know what to say to you. They don't know what the right thing to say is. They don't know how to approach you. Your person is really struggling. I feel like this connection has been through like a little bit of a tough time, or that it's felt like a little bit gritty or a little bit intense. I feel like there's definitely an energy that you've decided that you're done with it, or that it's over, or it feels like it's over. But your person is really kind of overwhelmed with that maybe they've kind of, that you've shut the door on them, or that you've kind of gone your own way. They feel like there's nothing they could possibly say to you that you would want to hear, is what I'm sensing. But they feel really overwhelmed. They feel overwhelmed with their emotions. You may have rejected them, actually. You may have just kind of shot them down in flames a little bit. For some of you, not for all of you, just been like, or they fear that. They fear if they talk to you that they will be shot down in flames, that you would never consider them, or you would never, or that you don't want to hear from them. But it's weighing very heavily on their hearts, is what I'm hearing, okay? Aquarius energy showing up here for you. Yeah, look at that. I just feel like this is a connection that's really stalled. And the reason that it's stalled is because they haven't spoken their authentic truth. Right? This is what I'm sensing. It's just they haven't come out with it. And the reason that they haven't come out with it is that they fear rejection. Like there's something here that they've been holding back. I'm hearing that it could be a secret, something not something shady, but just something that they don't want you to know about them. That's coming up here. They've been holding back talking to you, holding back telling you how they feel about you, all of this. Right? It may be that your person is really kind of struggling a little bit in life. They feel very stuck. Your person feels very stuck, and they feel very stuck in their life circumstances. I sense that for some of them, they feel trapped in their life circumstances and they're looking for a way to get out of it, right? They're kind of searching for a way to get out of it. This could be a financial situation. It could be debt, right? It could just be another relationship or situationship that they're in, but they feel like really constrained and like they're kind of stuck in that situation and that they can't pursue you or pursue this connection because they don't have anything to offer you because they're kind of stuck in this situation right now and they feel like there's nowhere to turn. So I feel like this connection hasn't moved on or hasn't progressed in the way that you would like because of these feelings that they have, right? About their kind of personal life circumstances. Or just like what's going on in the kind of greater aspect of their life. They really want to talk to you though, but they fear that you don't want to hear it or that you won't like what it is that they have to say, particularly if they talk to you in a way that's really authentic. I feel like they've got some ideas in their mind as well about kind of what's going on, like they've made assumptions and what they're assuming may not necessarily be true about this situation or about you or about what it is that you want or how it is that you feel, right? I definitely get the strong energy that your person feels really, really constrained, held back is what I'm hearing, right? It's like hell, I'm just feeling it like viscerally. They feel held back. This could be to do with like some kind of responsibility that they have, or they've got kids, or it's financial, or they can't approach you because they're in another connection already, or they're in a karmic connection, something like this, but they feel held back and they're looking for a way to get out of this, but they haven't found that and they can't see it. Aquarius energy showing up here really strongly. Libra's energy as well, really strongly as well. So that may resonate with you. I see Taurus as well, so you may be dealing with a Taurus. You are so magical to them, right? There is just like, their biggest wish is you. Their biggest wish is you. This is what they want. There's this energy of just like, I wish I could be brave enough. I wish I could kind of be, I don't know how to describe it, be that kind of leveled up person that they know that they need to be in order to be with you, that they kind of wish that they were in like better circumstances in order to pursue this, because you are just magic to them, right? They see you as very elevated, like, you know, very attractive, you know, that you've got it all going on, that lots of people will be interested in you, right? That like you draw people into your orbit, people want to be near you, your energy feels really good, you look really good, all of this. They just like, they love being around you. They find your energy really, really nourishing. And there's something about you that is kind of very healing as well to them, right? Something about your energy, you know, I sense that maybe you're an empath or a light worker or a starseed or something like this. They can't put their finger on it, but there's something about you which is like super magical to them. And they're just like, they feel like they've never met anybody like you, okay? You're like nobody else that they have ever met. And it's something to do with your energy frequency. And so you are the pinnacle to them, right? They are in this energy where they really wish for you. And there's this energy, I keep hearing, I wish I could tell you the truth. I wish I could tell you the truth, right? About kind of what it is that they feel. I sense that despite the way they feel, they're being a little bit cool towards you, like a little bit distant, a little bit detached. I just feel like when you see them, they show up in this way where they just like, they're giving you the impression that they don't care, is what I'm hearing, that they don't care. And they feel like, and the reason they could be doing that is because they feel like it's for the best, right? They feel like not pursuing this or not taking this any further or taking a step back from this is the best thing to do in this situation. They're not doing it to hurt you, to play games, or to be petty. They're doing it because they honestly believe that this is the best, or that they are doing their best in the circumstances. Right? Okay, but like nothing would make them happier than to be with you. It's actually making me want to cry. Like, you are their complete emotional fulfillment, their wish fulfillment. They love your energy. They love being around you. It's like you're kind of soothing to them. You're some sort of balm to their soul. Maybe you really listen to them, or they feel really heard or really seen by you. No one makes them feel like this. Nobody. And yet they're showing up in this really weird way where they're being very detached and cold. But they're doing that because they feel like it's for the best in the situation. They see you as like having a lot of long-term potential. Definitely soulmate energy showing up in your reading. Could be twin flame as well. They don't recognize that connection. They feel like this is over. They feel like they need to be a different person or to change in order for you to kind of really be interested in them in the long term. There's this feeling like they'd have to change in order to kind of be the person that you need or would like them to be, right? In order to for you to feel as good in their company as they feel in your company, that they would have to be different. I feel like there's some, yeah. And it's not even, yeah, the circumstances need to change, but they feel like they need to change. But I feel like you've inspired that in them. They'd never even thought about this before. They were just kind of going on their journey, doing their thing. And they'd never thought about kind of how they were showing up for other people. And now it's like you've held this mirror up to them, and they're like, they feel like dissatisfied, right, in their life circumstances, right? Because maybe you've got really big dreams and they never considered dreaming that big, right? Or something like this. And now they're just like, there's some sort of discomfort around that, okay? There's some sort of discomfort around that, of having that mirror held up to them and them having to recognize that they can be so much more, that they can have, you know, so much expansion, and that they can show up in a way that is like so much more elevated and leveled up. They see that you've got like stuff going on. You may earn like more money than they do or something like this, or just like have quite a clear vision of kind of how you want to your career to unfold or something like this. It's like you're quite, they see you as like very stable, like in yourself, in your life circumstances, to do with what it is that you're working towards. Like you have like a clear vision. They see you as golden. Okay, let's find out what else is going on for you. Taurus energy showing up again, Scorpio as well. You may be dealing with a Scorpio. Wow, 3 major arcana. You get the Tower, the World, Strength, Leo's energy showing up here really strongly. Yeah, there's going to be like a breakdown. I feel like there's definitely a breakdown in this kind of the communication between you. But what I'm hearing from Spirit is a breakdown in their defenses, right? They're being like really, I don't want to say defensive, but this energy of detachment is them trying to defend themselves, them trying to protect their own heart space, right? But there's going to be like, you're so warm and magical, and you're showing up in a way that is so authentic. This is kind of breaking down their defenses, and that's all you need to do. You don't need to chase. You don't need to persuade. None of this, right? Just you showing up as your authentic self is enough to break down their defenses, is what I'm saying. And then this is, on the other side of that, is a lot of expansion and of them kind of leveling up into this energy where they show up in a way that's authentic, where they show up in a way which is kind of stronger, like a stronger position, where they're able to connect to that part of themselves that they're afraid to express, that they are afraid to open up for fear of rejection, for fear of being vulnerable. But I see them being able to be vulnerable with you. There's some sort of closing of a cycle as well. And this could be the cycle with their karmic. If they're in another connection, they're kind of done with that. I feel like that is a relationship that is breaking down. If you are resonating with that, if that's your situation, or whatever it is, whatever those circumstances are that have been holding them back from you, that is something that is breaking down now. Right? In order for you to connect, in order for you to explore this. It's a process. It's not something that's going to happen overnight, but this is something, there is a lot of old energies that are being worked through. There's a lot that's kind of falling away. And in doing so, there's more expansion. They're tying up loose ends is what I'm hearing as well. There's a lot that they've been holding on to that's no longer serving them, right? And has outstayed its welcome. You know, it's been in their life too long and they've held on to it because it's comfortable. But they're letting go of that now so that they can experience like a whole new world, so that they can experience a new frequency, so that they can kind of jump those timelines, right? Let's see what messages they have for you. Abundance. I feel like their money is maybe an issue for them or in this connection, right? It says you've done the work, abundance flows to you now. So this is really saying, like I was saying, there's nothing that you can do to kind of change this except just show up in a way that's really authentic. You know, stay centered and grounded, stay poised, right? And that is just enough to, you know, make you magnetic, to draw them to you. Also, for some of you, this is just a message for some, not for all. This could be a long distance connection. If it is, I feel like that distance, that physical distance, is also going to break down, because there's this energy where they want to be physically close to you. Okay. Children are important to this partnership. It may be that you've got kids or they've got kids. I don't think I've ever drawn this card before, so that may be what's making them feel conflicted, right? It's just like... or making them feel like they've got like a lot going on with them. For some of you, not for all of you, just that they have children, or you have children, something like this, right? Or that they've just got younger siblings that they have to take care of, or someone in their family who's kind of younger, who they are responsible for, or financially responsible for, something like this, okay? Patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. Again, what I was saying, you just like, retain your poise, stay centered and grounded, and it will all come to you. And like I was saying, this is a process as well. This isn't magic. This is a process, this breaking down, this letting go of the old ways, their old ways of thinking about things, what it is that they're holding on to, if it's their kind of security blanket, or what's safe to them, or what it is. It's just like they realize that if they're going to be with you, a lot's going to have to change, like in their personal environment, in the decisions that they make, right, in how they show up to this connection. A lot's going to have to change, and it's kind of, it's a lot for them to process, to assimilate, to take on board. So it's just like, can you be patient with them while they figure this shiz out, you know? So there we go. Sorry, it's not coming to focus. There you go. That's everything that I have for you in this reading. I hope you found it helpful in some way. It's been my honour to read your cards, as always. If you're looking for a personal reading, I do recommend Psychic Source. They're an amazing platform of gifted psychics. You can get your first reading with Psychic Source for just $1 a minute. It's an absolutely amazing deal, because some of these things can be super expensive. So this is a really affordable way of getting a longer, more in-depth reading that's a personal reading for just $1 a minute. It's a super amazing deal, and the most brilliant thing about Psychic Source is that they offer satisfaction guarantee. So if you're not happy with your reading for whatever reason, then they will give you another reading with the psychic of your choice, absolutely for free. But remember the rules: choose someone with a 5-star rating and lots of experience on the platform. Okay, all those details of Psychic Source are in the description box below this video. But I'm sending you lots of love and blessings. I look forward to seeing you again soon. You take care. Bye bye. Hey everyone, welcome to your reading. To everyone who picked group number 2 and the beautiful double terminated amethyst crystal. Is it going to come into focus? I'm not sure it is. I'm really sorry. Okay, let's find out what the hidden truth is in your connection, the energy surrounding you both. I'll try and get as much information as I possibly can for you, and we will see what's going on. Just being near you is intoxicating, very exciting. So there may be the energy of obsession here, definitely like really, really intense magnetic attraction. They are very drawn to you. Yeah, they feel that your energy is very delicious, that you are very delicious. Okay, so that is good. Definitely a lot of passion here. We need to let each other go. This is interesting. So yeah, they desire you for definite, but it feels like they're thinking that perhaps this isn't a good idea. All right, I sense that for some of you, this may have been like hot and cold, or kind of on and off for quite a long time, that you've been kind of entertaining them in that way. Yes, there is attraction here, but can they really show up for you in the way that you need and would like? I feel like this is very exciting. There's a lot of frisson here, a lot of kind of excitement between you both, right? But there's something here where either you or them is thinking like, maybe this isn't for the best, maybe this isn't a good idea, this isn't meeting my needs. So on the one hand, you're just like, yes, we're so attracted to each other, we could be so good together. But on the other hand, there are some issues that are coming up here. So, or it could just be to do with your practical life circumstances as well. I've just been like, I feel like for some of you, this could be like something that's forbidden, that you're just like, an entanglement perhaps, something that you've got involved in, and you're just like, this isn't a good idea, I shouldn't be doing this, absolutely no judgment from me, or vice versa, okay? You know, the human experience is a complicated one, so yeah, let's find out what else we've got coming up for you. Beginnings. So it's just like, is there going to be like a fresh start with this, is what I'm seeing. It's just like, I feel like there's a lot of water under the bridge between you and this person, right? There's a lot that kind of needs to be let go of, or forgiveness to come in order for you to have a fresh start with them. This is the energy from your person where they kind of wish that they could start over, right? It's what I'm hearing is that like if they had their time over, they'd do everything differently with you. Emotional whirlwind. So I feel like there's been kind of maybe some drama in this connection, a lot of intensity, the emotions are really kind of running high right now, or they have done. I definitely sense that with this energy of kind of intoxication and the kind of magnetic pull that you have towards each other. There is this level of intensity to this connection. So yeah, emotions may be running quite high here. There's this energy of just like, I'm not usually like this. You know, usually I'm kind of quite grounded and centered, but I just feel like this person really gets under your skin and, you know, has created like just a lot of emotional turmoil in this connection. Let's see what else we get for you. Fresh start. This is two things here, new beginnings and fresh start coming out here for you. There's this, like, in this card, there's this beautiful little new shoot coming up here. So it's just like, I don't know, do you want to go in a new direction? Right? If that's the case, that is absolutely up to you to do that. And I feel like if this is your reading, you're resonating with that. It's something that you're thinking about. I think that if this is your reading, it's really kind of on your mind that yes, you're super attracted to this person, you find them super magnetic and they find you really delicious, and there's all of this kind of attraction there, and yet there's something about it where it's kind of not working. You're really thinking, should I begin? Right? Should I kind of, you know, cut this off and begin something new and kind of begin again? You know, take those lessons that I've learned, take all the experiences that I have and kind of pursue something else. And I feel like you're in two minds about that, and this is kind of why you've come to this reading today, to find out, like, should I carry on with this person? Should I keep going down this road because it feels like it's got a lot of potential, or should I start, but that potential hasn't been fulfilled and I'm not sure if it ever will be, right? This is kind of what I'm picking up from you. Or should I kind of begin with something else? And I feel like this is in your energy frequency and on your mind. If that's not resonating with you, it's just like, it's really, Spirit is really saying, there is like a deep need for kind of forgiveness and kind of not holding on to those past experiences with this person. You really need to treat it like it's a new relationship, okay? Not just kind of jump back in kind of from where you left off, but rather treat it like it's a new relationship and take it slowly and get to know each other, right? In that way. We have the card Mute. This one comes out all the time. I don't think I've ever done a reading where this one hasn't come out when I've used this deck. So I feel like your person may be, you may be in no contact, perhaps you've blocked them, you're not talking to them, or you're in very little communication, okay? They've not been sharing what's on their mind, what feelings they have. I'm being called to which deck, Spirit? Which one? This one, okay, yeah. Gotta get it right. Right, let's find out what's going on with you and your person. So yeah, you may be in no communication with this person, but I just feel like you're just drawn back to one another all the time. Yeah, there's a strong energy of hot and cold in this connection for sure. You may be dealing with a Leo, a Taurus, Aquarius. Energy is also showing up here in your reading, so really strongly. They see you as somebody who is very magnetic, who's very kind of beautiful. They see you as someone who's got it all going on, got it all together. And again, like you do, you see that there is potential here in this connection, right? But I feel like there's been like a lot of hot and cold going on. Maybe is it even like a little bit of game playing? Not too much, but just this energy of kind of hot and cold around this. They see you as very attractive, very desirable. They see everything that you've got going on for you in your life. You've brought like a lot of new understanding to them, right? I really feel like you come from this place that's really, really authentic, that you're really good at kind of talking about your feelings, but your person isn't so good at talking about their feelings. I feel like they may have cut you off a little bit as well. Or that they feel cut off from love is what I'm sensing as well. I don't know if that kind of resonates maybe from your love or from love in general. All right. You may have met this person in the summertime or kind of like in a really sunny place. Like during a vacation or something like this for some of you. Or in like a warm climate, something like this. You've shared a lot of happiness together. I feel like you have the kind of same sense of humor. You may have had a child with this person, for some of you, not for all of you, right? This person could be your baby daddy. All right, let's find out what else is going on. Gemini's energy showing up here really strongly. Yeah, there's a strong energy of just like, I feel like you keep letting them in the door for kind of like, either to give you crumbs or for hookups or just to flirt with you or something like this, and you know, it feels really kind of delicious and exciting and like a little bit addictive like this, but you know that they're not meeting your needs and that it isn't what you want, and what you want is kind of a stable committed relationship or maybe even marriage. This is soulmate energy showing up here, or twin flame energy as well. Right? And that kind of situation where they're kind of being hot and cold, where they're being so inconsistent, where they're coming in and out of your life and you keep letting them back in, it's just turning into a situation which is hurting you and is becoming like a little bit of a nightmare. And it's kind of taking you further away from what it is that you want, which is that stable committed relationship. So it's just like, can you show up for yourself? If you find that other people aren't showing up for you, then we have to kind of look within ourselves and just think, well, how am I abandoning myself? How am I not showing up for myself, right? How am I being inconsistent in my own behavior? Which is a hard thing to do, super difficult, right? But in doing that, you know, if someone isn't showing up for us in the way that we would like, we can just be like, how are we not showing up for ourselves, right? And that is so powerful, I cannot tell you. And that will bring you closer to what it is that you want, to that union, to marriage. I'm saying for some of you, you really want to be married, maybe to this person, right? Or just like, there's just this energy of just like, I know that you could be a really good husband or a really good father or a really good mother or wife, whatever it is, or just like person to kind of be in a relationship with. And yet you never show up for me in this way. And it's like, you know, they're being a little bit immature, or they're coming from this place which is like a little bit superficial, right? You know, like maybe they're like a player energy, right? A bit of a playboy or a playgirl, something like this. And there's this player energy, and you're just like, I know you could be so much more. And the fact that this is all you can connect with, or all you're showing up as, is just like, kind of breaks my heart a little bit. Because I know that it doesn't make you happy to be this person, and it doesn't make me happy. There is love in this connection. Your person loves you very deeply. You've brought like this whole new insight to them, to their life. Like you have like a really bright aura, is what I'm sensing. Like a really bright aura, like you shine your light really brightly. Okay, and your person is drawn to that. They're drawn to your light, okay, because you're very high vibrational, and they want some of that for themselves. Because they feel better when they're around you. Let's see what else is going on. Wow. Again, soulmate twin flame energy showing up here for you. I feel like you and your person have really got a history. Maybe this has been going on for a long time for some of you, or you've kind of, you knew each other kind of when you were younger and met back up again, or you've got that kind of past life energy. So if you were together in a past life, then it may be the case that they feel very familiar to you. When you first met them, you're just like, I feel like I already know you. There's that energy here. They're showing up in this way. They're just like, they've been a coward, right? They've just been a coward. They may have lied to you about something as well, is what I'm sensing. Could have just been that they lied to you about their feelings, saying that they didn't care when they did. I see a bit of that here, or they didn't care as much as they actually do, right? Or that they just weren't able to speak up about how it is that they're feeling, or they could have just lied to you to try and cover their own behind. Right, I'm just seeing some of that here. They're showing up in a way that is quite like weak. It doesn't show like a lot of, I'm not saying your person is a bad person, you know, I said that we would be looking at the hidden truth and the shadow aspects of this connection, you know, to give you the insight and the clarity that you need. That's what we're doing. So they're just showing up, not because they're a bad person, it's just kind of, maybe it's all they know, or kind of what was, you know, what they were taught growing up or something like this, but they're showing up in a way that is a little bit cowardly. I see Leo's energy showing up here, Gemini energy again. Yeah, where they haven't been able to connect to their authentic self or bring their authentic self to the table. That's what could be. Could be that they're wearing a false mask. They do love you though. You have a very, very deep soul connection with this person that I feel goes for many lifetimes. This definitely could be a twin flame situation, which is why it feels so intense. It's making me want to cry a little bit, actually. Feels like so disappointing, or like it, what I'm hearing is it's a waste. Like there's so much beauty in this connection, there's so much love in this connection, there's so much potential in this connection, and that yet that potential hasn't been realized. I feel like your person has yet to develop, like, or they're just not as emotionally mature as you are, or like as good at connecting and understanding their emotions and their emotional landscape as you are. They're just not. I feel like that may be quite frustrating for you, or quite difficult for you to comprehend or understand, is what I'm sensing. Let's see what else we get. They know you're special. They know you are very, like, they don't just see you as special. They know, like from the higher self, they know that they're special, that you are special. Like, that this has got like a magical quality to it. But again, there's this energy that you're in no contact or no communication, and that they're not brave enough to tell you that they want to be with you. That's what I'm seeing here. They keep showing up in this way where they just want a bit of fun, or they just want to hook up, or they just want to flirt with you, or kind of mess with you a little bit. And yet they've never kind of been brave enough just to be like, I want you to be my person. There's this energy where they realize, like, they're coming into an energy where they realize that they're only hurting themselves. You get the Three of Swords here. Your person is really hurting. They've got some sort of wound, right? Some sort of heart chakra blockage or some sort of wound that they're showing up with here. But they're waking up to this. This is one of their kind of spiritual lessons. But at the moment, they don't really understand it. They're in like this energy of kind of confusion. They may be entertaining other options here, like romantically. But like nothing compares to you. It's just entertainment for them is what I want to say. Or just like an ego boost, right? Not for all of you, just for some of you. But the main thing is that they're being called to be something greater or called to learn a particular lesson which will create their spiritual expansion. And I feel like your person is very deeply triggered as well, but they're in this energy of confusion. They don't really understand what it is that they're feeling, what's going on. They don't understand their emotional landscape. They don't understand what's going on with you. You know, maybe they've never heard of twin flames. They don't recognize that. Okay. Yeah, they're struggling to connect to their emotions. They don't know whether to offer you love. I feel like they've pulled away from you. They've pulled away due to their own confusion. There's this energy whereby they find it difficult to offer you love because they can't love themselves, is what I'm sensing. Right, if you're just wondering how it is that they feel about you, you want to look at their actions, okay? So you want to listen to your intuition about this and then use your intuition to guide you as to what to do next in this connection, is what I'm sensing. Capricorn's energy showing up here. And Pisces energy as well, that may resonate with you. So I just feel like you feel like there being a bit of a mystery or that you don't understand this connection, but Spirit is saying, yes, you do. And you want to see like... And I feel like you see this person quite clearly. Like you see their potential, but you see how there is that they're showing up for you. And you've got to show up for yourself. You've got to be there for yourself, for you, okay? So, yeah, they're dealing with some triggers, is what I'm seeing. They're dealing with some kind of limiting beliefs that they have. There is this block here between you moving forward. I feel like that block is that kind of wound that we were talking about in their heart, or this healing that needs to take place. But if you're wondering about how they feel about you, then look at their actions. Or kind of what they're going to do, look at their actions. And that will tell you that all you need to know so that you can make a decision for the future. But in order to move forward, there is like this motivation with them to kind of overcome this block, but they don't understand it. They don't understand why they behave like this. It's like... the veil is drawn over them. They don't understand themselves. They don't understand why they keep showing up in this way. They don't understand. Again, there's a strong energy of obsession showing up here that they're so drawn to you. They don't understand this connection, right? And every time they think of kind of moving on from you or kind of leaving this behind, they find that they can't. They just can't do it because they're drawn back to you. They find the whole thing super mysterious. But again, there's this energy where they're kind of drawn back to you again and again. So it's just like, they're going to keep doing this. They're going to keep coming back around. They're going to be keeping drawn towards you because your light is so bright. But whether you share your light with them, right, is entirely up to you. Okay? I'm so angry with myself. Yeah, your person is just tying themselves in knots of frustration, right? I just feel like they're acting out of their kind of lower vibrational energies, out of these limiting beliefs, out of their kind of fears all the time. If you're just like, why are you behaving like this? This is why. It's because they're kind of acting out of their ego or out of their triggers. I feel like they're kind of really dragged around by their ego and what their ego wants. They're not very used to kind of listening to, or connecting to that spiritual side of themselves. I love you like no other. No one compares to you. There is love here, which I think is what makes it so difficult for you. Like I was saying, could be a twin flame connection as well, which is why it's intense. But yeah, they feel very strongly for you, and there is love here. Despite whatever is happening or has happened between you, there is love in this connection. So, Right, I'm going to leave this reading there. I hope you found it helpful in some way. It's been a super deep reading. I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, I hope that you've got something out of it. Sorry, my battery just died, but I was just saying, if you feel called to, you want to find out more about this connection, do check out my friend Misha. She reads the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records are like an energetic library of your own soul's growth. So if you want to find out more about this connection, the Akashic Records can reveal that to you. You know, if you want to find out if you were together in a past life, how you can overcome this block or these blocks, how you can be in union, whether this is a twin flame or a soulmate, whatever it is, whatever your questions are, then Misha can really help you with that by accessing the Akashic Records. It's a very deep spiritual experience. Misha doesn't just work with just anybody. You have to be ready for the experience. So if that is resonating with you at all of Misha's details are linked in the description box below this video. Scroll right down and you'll find her there, and you can find out loads more about her on her website. Misha is offering $7.77 off her Akashic Record readings. But I'm sending you lots of love. I look forward to seeing you again soon. You take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, welcome to your reading. To everyone who picked group number 3 in the beautiful Amazonite. Hope you're all doing really well. I've got a fresh cup of tea, so I feel good. I am ready to do this. Let's take a look and see what the hidden truth of this connection is, how your person is feeling, the energies surrounding this connection, future energies as well. I'll get as much information as I possibly can for you, okay? I look for you everywhere. This person sees you in other people. It's just like no one compares to you. They're just like, your energy signature is very, very specific, and they're very, very drawn to that particular, your particular energy signature, which I think is really interesting. So they're always just like, it's like they're always hoping to see you. So I don't know whether you guys are in no communication or very little contact, or you live in different places or something like this. They could also be spying on you, like checking out your social media, but they're just like looking for you. It's just like it gives them like a buzz, like a bit of a stalker energy as well. For some of you, not for all of you, but just like there's this energy of like hoping to see you, right? Even if it would be like crazy unlikely, they still hope that when they leave the house that you might be there, like crossing their path is what I'm seeing. So let's find out what else is going on. I'm starting to understand our connection. So yeah, they're coming into this illumination, they're coming into this understanding where before perhaps they didn't recognize it. I think you saw it straight away, like it was just like you knew that this was different, and yet your person didn't really understand that. It like wasn't on their radar. Maybe they didn't know anything about twin flames or soulmates or past life connections or whatever it is, or they didn't understand that you were destined to be more than friends, right? But it's just like they see that now, and it may be that they've seen this too late. Let's find out what else is going on for you. Illusions. So I feel like your person has like clouded judgment at this time, that there is this kind of skewed vision as to kind of what's going on between you, that they have made up a story in their mind about kind of how things are or what's going on, and that isn't necessarily the truth of things. So it's just like they're seeing things through their own particular lens, the lens of their conditioning, the lens of their programming, the lens of their experience, and it just isn't necessarily what's actually happening here. So that may have been something that kind of got in the way of them pursuing this connection or exploring this connection or making a success of it, okay? Solitary, this one wanted to come out. So I feel like maybe someone in this connection is really withdrawn. They're keeping their energy to themselves. They're keeping a low profile, keeping it on the down low a little bit at this time as well, is what I'm seeing. So let's see. Divine Feminine. Nice. Beautiful, gentle energy, compassionate energy, the energy of receiving, right? Gentleness coming into this. I feel like your person has said that maybe they want to be single, or maybe you're in that energy of just like, if I can't have you, I don't want anybody. Is what I'm seeing here. That divine feminine energy is just like, you know, maybe this is your divine feminine and you're their divine, or vice versa. Remember, we're just talking about energies, not about genders. There's always that yin and yang energy which creates attraction. It may be that if you are the divine feminine, you're kind of stepping into your power a little bit. They're kind of recognizing you as their divine feminine. Let's find out what else is going on. Spring. New growth here, new possibilities, a lot of opportunities coming in for you. Beautiful cherry blossom on this card as well. That may be a sign for you in your connection. Or over the next few days, look out for it. Also, it could be that you met in the spring. It's just like this energy that spring is very significant to you in your connection, okay? So, yeah, that's you may have a birthday in the spring, or just there's just something here where spring is very significant to you. And if that isn't resonating now, it's because this coming spring or this next season, if you're in the southern hemisphere, is going to be very significant to you, all right? The next 3 months is what I'm hearing. Very significant in this connection. This connection is really calling your person to be something greater in order to kind of level up here, okay? They're very, very drawn to you. They've singled you out as somebody who's very special, okay? Who's like really kind of glowing. Maybe you've been through this incredible glow up. I feel like you've learned a lot about yourself. This connection is very spiritual in nature. Your person is getting a lot of signs about you, right? And again, this energy where they said they're understanding this connection better, right? This is what's coming in for you. There is a strong spiritual lesson for your person and maybe for you as well in this connection. And they've really kind of woken up, is what I want to say. This is the theme of this. I feel very kind of, it feels like there's a strong impetus behind this. Like there's a lot of energy. It's like pushing you forward, maybe even pushing you together, but definitely pushing you forward into your awakening. There's something about this connection where you have been the key to unlock a certain understanding in your person, and they have really woken up to something, right? Maybe they're waking up to the depth of this connection, but I sense that it's kind of something within themselves about kind of how to love, about how to show up for you, about how to meet somebody's needs, right? This is what I'm seeing. They're very, very drawn to you. They feel very attracted to you. They've singled you out as kind of the one, and they want to come towards you to kind of make that happen. If they didn't know that in the past, they realize it now. They realize it now. There's a lot of forward motion in this connection about wanting to come towards you, wanting to claim you, okay? And that realization that they may lose you if they don't kind of level up for you, right? Or just kind of make this happen or take action, I guess, right? If they don't take action, they're going to lose you because you are a catch, because you've got it all going on, right? I see you very sure of yourself. You're just like, well, there's this energy around you where you're just like, well, you do you, okay? If you want to show up like that, that's fine. I'm happy on my own, or I'm happy being single, or I'm happy entertaining other options. You're just like, you're my preference. I feel this very deeply, but if you don't want it, I'm not here to chase you. I'm not here to persuade you, right? You do you, right? If you want me, you know where I am. You know that what I'm here for. You know what I bring to the table. You know what I'm open for. All of this beautiful stuff. So it's like you're very, very, like you're making yourself like very valuable in that way. Like, and I just feel they haven't met anybody like you who's so sort of grounded and centered, who kind of knows themselves, who like can, like there's this energy of like, I can take it or leave it from you, not from them. I think maybe maybe they've walked away from you or said, I don't want this or whatever it is. And they thought that you'd go crawling to them, or that you'd be like a hot mess and all of this. And you just haven't. You've just retained your poise. Being really in your own energy. Leo's energy is here on Virgo as well, so you may be dealing the Leo or a Virgo. You've just been in your own energy, and you've just been like, well, that's okay, I can take it or leave it. And they're just like, you have just knocked it out of the park. They're just like, what? Right? Say what? Nobody has ever shown up for them in this way that you show up for yourself. Like, you are showing up strongly in your own power, strongly for yourself, and they're just like, they do not know what to do with that. And it's just like you have increased in their esteem like so much as a result of like your own commitment to yourself, of your own behavior in this. So that may be kind of what's waking them up to this. They're like, wow, right? This one knows themselves. This one has boundaries. This one knows what it is that they want. This one doesn't get treated like a doormat. Right? You're so in this power of just like, I can just take it or leave it. This is what I'm seeing here. Just like, yeah, I like you. Yeah, you're cool. Yeah, this is my preference. But again, you're just like, I can take it or leave it. Or you show up to them in that way just by through your behavior. It may not be how you necessarily feel, but it's how you've been showing up to them. Like holding your own is what I want to say. Let's find out what's been going on. Yeah, I feel like your person's had like a lot of inner conflict. They've been dealing with some stuff. That stuff may be kind of addiction, right? Or some sort of limiting pattern, or just like a really strong block that stops them from kind of doing the best for themselves. But I feel like this is something, yeah, you get Temperance and the Devil, Capricorn, Sagittarius energy showing up here really strongly. I've got to show you this because it looks really interesting. You get Temperance. You get the Devil, you get Five of Wands in between. So it's just like they've got the Devil on one shoulder and the Angel on the other. And like there is this battle between good and evil that's going on between them. This kind of, this inner conflict, right, between them about kind of like wanting to be that grounded level up person and wanting to kind of emulate you and how you are being, and then also kind of being dragged down into those lower energies of kind of being lazy or not putting the effort in, or not doing what it takes to make a successful relationship happen, or continuing to be triggered, right? All of that. So they're torn inside between, in this process of growth that they're going through, between like the easy way of just being like, you know, just taking the easy way out of kind of not facing up to things, of continuing to give into their triggers, all of this, or the harder way of learning the spiritual lesson of expansion, of growth, of learning, right? Of all of that. And that's they know that if they take the high road, if they connect to their higher self, right? Subconsciously, they know that this will be more nourishing, it will be more rewarding, it will be more enriching, but ultimately it's harder, and it's just like they're not in that space right now. They have to go on the journey in order to do that. So it's just like they're torn between like wanting to grow and then also just like wanting to stay in what's familiar, is what I'm saying. What's familiar to them, their old behavior patterns, you know, how it is that they show up, all of this is very familiar. It's their comfort zone. It feels very comfortable to them to feel like this, and they've met you, and you're like, energetically or spiritually, there's this just like, there's an encouragement there of just like, come on, you can be more than this, or just like there's more to relationships or to love than this, right? You can go deeper, you can explore this more, you can like open the invitation that's being handed to you from spirit. So there is like a bit of a tug of war in between them, inside them, this kind of inner resistance where they're being invited to grow and they're resisting their growth, okay? That's what I want to say. Aries energy showing up here. I sense that they want to get closer to you. I see 1111 in your reading. Soulmate or twin flame connection showing up here as well. Quite powerful is what I'm saying. It's just like there's a resistance to them kind of taking action or making any kind of clear plan as to what direction they want to go in, right? And it is, even though they're drawn to you, they want to get closer to you, this is the block. It's stopping them from kind of really experiencing this or creating something that is more stable for the long term. They're really resisting like some kind of long-term commitment or kind of commitment in general, is what I'm saying. They were kind of resisting commitment, or they struggle with the idea of it. They feel like maybe they've had a bad experience in the past, or they come from a broken home or something like this. And so there is a trigger around this, around committing or letting things develop. Because they're just like, well, if I do that, then I'm going to have to face my fears. Pisces energy showing up here. They do want to explore this with you. You're sharing, they're giving a lot of signs about you. You're sharing like a lot of psychic energy with this person all the time. even, you know, if you're together or you're not together, whenever you're apart, or just like even when you're together, you're sharing a lot of psychic energy. Like there's a lot of overlap with your energies. You're really like heavily connected to one another. I feel like they dream about you, right? They find you very mysterious. They seek to understand you. They definitely, even though there is this inner resistance to their commitment, they do want to, they're just like, yeah, I'm scared of the unknown, or I don't, you know, I don't feel comfortable with the unknown, and yet they're prepared to explore that. They want to kind of take this further, even though they don't know kind of what that might mean. They feel very, your person feels very confused within themselves about what it is that they want for the future. Right? It's just like they look to the future and they just like, it feels a little bit open-ended. And maybe that they don't plan very much in advance, or they don't really think about what it is that they want in life, or they haven't done up until now. And they're being invited to do that, just to think about, you know, what is it that you want to create in your life? What is it that you want to experience in your life? Right? Because if you don't have a plan or a vision, then it's very difficult for us to manifest what it is that we desire. We have to set our intention so that the universe can bring us into alignment with what it is that we want. And if your person is just kind of living day to day, or not used to doing that, creating that vision within them, it's just, I feel like there's some, it's just like some things happen to them and they don't understand why. Is what I'm sensing. It's just like, it feels like they're very reactive rather than proactive. Okay, this is like, I'm talking like in this connection, but also in their life in general as well. They may be from overseas for some of you as well, is what I'm sensing. You're sharing a lot of psychic energy with this person. You make them feel really confused about how they feel, confused about the future. They feel confused about where this is going. Right? It's like they're in this energy where they're a little bit of a mess. They want to make you an offer, but you feel like you won't accept that you won't accept it. Or they think about it a lot, but then they haven't actually kind of done it, is what I'm saying. So yeah, they do recognize that there is long-term potential here, that there is this opportunity, is what I'm saying, for commitment. And yet it feels like they've kind of turned it down due to their own fears. Right? They see that there is long-term potential here, that there is opportunity for commitment. Taurus energy showing up here as well. Right? That there's this opportunity for them to level up, to kind of grow. And yet they feel like they don't have what it takes. Right? Or that they're going to have to really face their fears in order to do that. But it's just like there's this energy of just like, I haven't got what it takes, I'm not strong enough. Or just this energy of like, that you will reject that you'll reject them. And it's just like if you did reject it, they wouldn't be able to handle it, is what I'm saying. I feel like sometimes your person feels a little bit down, maybe they get a little bit depressed or feel a little bit sorry for themselves. I feel like your person really needs a clearer vision. Your person is recognizing that now, like just for this connection, but also for the kind of, you know, the next stage in their life. It feels like they've got a long way to go, and they kind of know that, and they feel like overwhelmed by the task, that they've got a kind of long way to go, you know, to create their fortune or create stability, or to kind of fix their life circumstances or kind of overcome certain challenges. It feels like they've got a long way to go and they feel like they're not up to the task. That's what I'm sensing. I see Aquarius energy here, I see Gemini energy as well. Yeah, this is a soulmate or twin flame connection that I'm seeing here. It's just like they feel really defeated by this. You may have blocked them, right, or gone no contact with this person. They feel like you have the power to make or break them, is what I'm seeing here. They really fear rejection. They really fear your rejection. It's just like they wouldn't be able to handle it. They feel like this connection is over as well. Like they feel defeated by it. Like they can't offer you what it is that you want, or that it's like too little too late, something like this. They feel like a little bit inadequate, right? Around you or in your presence is what I'm sensing. They do recognize you at the soul level though. They do recognize you at the soul level, but you may have cut them out or rejected them because you've kind of had enough of them showing up in this way, or kind of not knowing what it is that they want. There's such a strong energy here where they don't know what it is that they want, and they've got two paths that they can take between this angel and this devil that we were looking at. They've got two paths that they can take. One of those paths is just like more of the same energy, kind of, you know, still that energy of kind of lack. And the other path is more nourishing and holistic, but it's not familiar to them. There is a desire to be with you and to have a relationship, and yet they're so resistant to commitment. Is what I'm seeing. Let's see. Yeah, but this is something that they are willing to work on. They do want to work on creating a better future. Okay, because they see things differently now. They're very much bound up to your energy. I see this as something that they want to work on. This isn't something that's going to defeat them. They want to work on this in order to create something more beautiful for the future, that's more fulfilling, because they see things differently now. They've had like a new vision of kind of possibility. Let's see what messages they have for you. I do see long-term happiness here for you, but it's just like they've got to connect to this energy where they kind of need to focus and to work on things. But I see them being able to do that. You've turned their world upside down as well, is what I see here. No wonder it's a lot for them, you know. It's a lot. My heart belongs to you. That's their message to you. If it will come into focus, my heart belongs to you. So yeah, the heart really beats for you. You are connected heart to heart, soul to soul. So even if they've kind of pulled away, quite far away from you, you still sense their energy and their emotions and their thoughts and feelings all the time. So you're still very much connected to one another. They don't want you to be with anybody else. They want you to be with them, right? And they treasure you is what I'm hearing as well. So all right, I'm going to leave it there. It's been quite a deep reading. That's everything that I have for you. I hope it's given you some clarity. We have looked at a lot of the shadow aspects. None of this means that your person is a bad person at all. I sense that your person is a very good person. I just think they're kind of dealing with their own kind of human experiences and the lessons that they have to learn in this lifetime. All right. If you feel called to and you are looking for a personal reading, I do recommend Psychic Source. They're an amazing platform of gifted psychics. If you are looking for a more in-depth reading or someone to connect to your own energy, you can get a personal reading with them for just $1 a minute. Your first reading with Psychic Source is just $1 a minute. It's such an amazing deal because some of these things can be so super expensive, but this is a great way of getting like a really in-depth reading with a really good psychic for a fraction of the price. So I highly recommend them. The brilliant thing about Psychic Source is they offer a satisfaction guarantee. So if you're not happy with your reading for whatever reason, you can get another reading absolutely for free with the psychic of your choice. So check that out if it resonates. It's all linked in the description box below this video. Remember the rules though: choose someone with a 5-star rating and lots of experience on the platform. Use your intuition as well. But I'm sending you lots of love and blessings. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.